Hello and welcome back to Trails to Azure part 76. Last time I finished what I think is about the first half of the final dungeon, and now it's time to try to get through the second half, with the aim of finishing the second half, and if it's fast enough, trying the final boss fight, but my expectation is the boss fight will take at least an hour. So I probably won't be able to finish it today. There is a chance though that the rest of the dungeon is quick enough that I can do the boss fight today, but I'm doubting that because I'm at best about halfway through the dungeon, and that still took about 2 hours, over 2 hours yesterday. And that's including a little bit of stuff beforehand, so I'm not sure, but 59 of 61, only 2 more after this. She couldn't even finish her sentence before Genevieve barreled into her chest to squeeze her middle. Jubilee, indelicate as she was, lost her balance and fell back to the floor, bringing about another surge of dust. I have no idea how this Tales in the Chest story could possibly end in anything interesting, because there's only 2 more left. With only 2 more left, there can't be much of a conclusion. What's this thing? Burr salamander. Wow, it's a fun vanish. I'm honestly shocked that it applied to the enemy. Which am I more worried about? Probably the thing called a sorcerer. Let's time for another monster chest. Ooh. These creatures. Oh yeah, these things are pretty dangerous looking. The squids. Well, they're more tentacruels? I cannot remember the name of the Pokemon. Wait, why did it cast an art in the middle of the burst? That's weird. Like, normally, they can't cast stuff mid-burst. It must have triggered based off of being hit by a specific attack. When the SSS needed to recruit a skilled negotiator, marksman, and second in command, there was only one candidate that was eligible. That's not bad. But yeah, this is finally Trails to Zero and Trails to Azure. The whole arc is gonna wrap up. This feels like this is the way forward. The whole arc is gonna wrap up soon. Shoot. Once it's wrapped up, I'm gonna not play it for a little bit. I'm gonna give myself like a week to get into Cold Steel, because frankly, by this point, playing these two, I don't think I basically put them back to back. I'm just kind of sick of the elements that are heavily repeated, and I assume a lot of those elements are repeated in Cold Steel as well. But, I mean, there is a chance that they aren't quite as repeated in Cold Steel. Or at least not in the same way. It's just the exact... It's just the exact same... like, monster chest. It's definitely one of the negatives about these games. They are quite repetitive at times. Like, come on, how does he cast it that quickly? Like, they got their Yggdrasil cast off. They cast it after I cast the fire by a couple turns and it went off before? Wow, that's rough. I mean, it's kind of almost reasonable. if I didn't have a cast 2 equipped, but it's whatever. I got new boots, which I guess are male only. I probably only equip it on him. That's actually something I should have considered. The weapon for him would mean that I could change my boots, but I can just give the boots to other people. Though it had its ups and downs, I'm grateful for the opportunity working on these 2 games gave me. Was it in Zero where one of the chests mentioned how one of the people who worked on translating it passed away? I hope that did. Like, I think it must have been Zero. I hope that it didn't happen twice, because that would be bad. But clearing this game, I think it's a good game. I think the small scale story beats are the weak point. Because frankly, I think it repeats story beats too frequently, I feel, which then cheapens them. And to a certain extent, I don't have much specific hope for Cold Steel, given its significantly more like harem anime style setup, where like there's, by the end of the series, there's like over a dozen people that the main character could romance, and because he could romance them, that means nobody else can have a romance relationship that's good. And it's just messy. Though that could be incorrect. That's just the outside impression. People could just complain about it because they want to complain about it, but it might not actually be that bad. Okay. I'm still hoping Mobius will level up. I'm doubting Keeper will. Just need to keep fighting my way through this area. It's so much nicer to not have to rely on just arts for damage. Like the fact that I can actually use Noelle to hit the enemies super hard is very nice. This looks like progress, but it probably is, because the upper path there might end at that chest. I should have saved for it. It's just the same monster chest again, so I actually don't need to save. First for safety, because otherwise both of those, I assume, Yggdrasils would kill me. Yeah, completely safe. But, like, it was a fun game. Mostly. Pearl Gem. That's gonna be... If that's a mind, that's really good. I assume it's... Oh, it is a mind. I was expecting it to be an EP. Be it by happenstance or fate, I've lived out a wonderful dream. Thank you all for sharing it with me. Yeah, just the translator's notes, basically. Instead of having like a sheet of paper at the end. Thank you to the Geofront for giving me the chance to help release a definitive version of the Crossbell arc in English. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Cause like, yeah, I think Geofront was the chosen name of the group that did all the translations, fan translations originally. But I'm pretty sure it was basically, they got the chance to like officially release their fan translation with probably some touch-ups is kind of what it was. I was sort of following it at the time. And so it's like, because the complete fan translation came out, and then a month or two later, I can't remember the exact time, they took it down because they were allowed to, like, the official translation was going to come out, and they were a part of it, I think is more or less what it was. I might even have my own copy of that fan translation somewhere still. I didn't even play it, I just had it. But this plays better, and it's, you know, supporting the actual game. And showing, you know, interest. But they don't actually need you to show interest anymore because they're already translating all the releases anyway, so. Crossbell's been through everything this year. What's another barrier or two? Nothing. So go finish the story the only way you know how. I think they kind of also ran out of jokes. Because that's like the 5th chest that's just saying, it's almost over. Instead of like a joke. Well, the only joke there is barriers, barriers, barriers. I just use this. It heals enough. It doesn't spend too much EP. That looks like progress if it goes upwards. It's fun to try to guess which direction is progress. Because it's... What? Did I really? Oh, I went left right away. I wasn't paying any attention to that. Yep, I'm just not paying any attention. Because it all looks the same. But I was correct that it wasn't progress. I shouldn't have saved there, I should have saved in a new file. Too late now. That's all I'm going to save there from now on. Anyway, burst again. Hajimari. No idea what it means specifically, other than there's a Trails game with that in its name. Maybe together? Because Hajimari no Kiseki is the release where Erebonia, Crossbell, and another character, like the main characters from Erebonia, main character from Crossbell, and then another main character all show up, and they each have their own arc within it. I don't really know the specifics, but it's like together, whatever Kiseki means. Trails? Trails of togetherness? Chief Roberts recently put Tio in charge of porting Pom Pom Party to a brand new portable console. She's calling it the Tio Geo Pocket. Not terrible. This is just better. Again, I need to always save regularly, so that I don't have to worry. Though saving over stuff is not. Yes, this is going to give me a lot of experience. Ooh, it's going to be rough though, because these are going to spam arts, which are kind of dangerous. Though, actually, let's do this. Let's hope they all cast arts. Or they cast them super quick and I don't have time to do anything. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. Great gameplay. I had literally nothing I could do there. There was nothing other than using S-Craft that I can do there. If I hadn't charged up my S-Craft, it would be impossible to do anything. I don't think that's good design. When they cast that quickly. Okay, but now is the time for this. And they just kill themselves. I don't think I can stack Arts Reflects. This gives me Arts Defense, but I don't really need that. It's gonna cast too quickly. The impede is good there, but now he's dead. I think it's a little iffy for an encounter. I don't think it's quite how you design encounters, where you don't really have much time to react to the enemy casting arts. I have no idea what he's about to do. Let's just... Fortuna. Everyone's full HP. It'll save the tiniest bit of time if I could Recuria, but it'll be too slow. I didn't mean to do that. No, I did mean to do that. It just displayed it weirdly. This is gonna be over now. That's a weird fight. It's just a weird fight. Like, everything about that fight is weird. Like, the enemies cast AoE arts that deal 10,000 damage in a span of time that could potentially, if it's the first person to cast, it will occur faster than you can have a chance to react without having your S-Breaks charged up. No, I don't want this. But I think I have to. Is this another gate? Yes. With another seal nearby as well. Which I assume is the thing I didn't interact with below. Please don't be Dudley. Nothing. It's not me this time either. Yeah, because no one cares about you. You've beaten Shirley and that delinquent, have you? Is it gonna be Randy? You... It can't be Dudley. There's no way it's Dudley. You can sense our presence from all the way out here? Heh, you say that as though it were supposed to be difficult. Now, look alive, Randolph. Put your hand on the seal. Then we can finish this once and for all. Fine by me. Please be filled with dogs. Haha, and with that, let's slip the dogs of war. Cast aside your doubts, boy, and come at me with fire in your eyes. Come on, come on, come on. Damn lunatic. Like daughter, like father. Yeah. Randy. Name. We knew this fight was coming. Yeah. It's going to be much tougher than the others. Every bit of his strength that we saw at the IBC was overwhelming. This is going to be an uphill battle. Though, if it is just like the fight at IBC, it's actually going to be so much easier. Because it's not going to be a 5-minute real-time time limit, I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen. You're right. Even combined, our level of combat experience comes nowhere close to his. He's not the vice leader of the baddest Jaeger Corps on the continent for nothing. Doesn't matter. To get past here, we need to win this one. And while we're at it, I'm gonna bite the bullet and face up to what I ran from 2 years ago. So please, if there were ever a time I needed you guys to have my back, it's this. It's now. if there was ever a time, it's now. A time is not a this. And we plan to do just that. We're one step ahead of you. Hee, you should know that much by now. We'll give it our all. Heh, if you think I can make a difference, then sure. Okay, so that's the seal that we need to open. Then what's this over here? Is it a teleporter home? Oh, it's a lift. It's an elevator home. Where's this? Oh, fun. I'm just gonna recharge EP then. So, I know for a fact that there's at least one more. There might be two, but there's at least one more of these sealed places. And there's Dudley and Noelle. I'm guessing it's Dudley because Arios is a character. I can't think of a single character that Noelle would be relevant for in this scenario. Like, I guess technically Arios could be relevant, because, like, the leader of the defense force, but I'm pretty sure Dudley fits the bill a little better. I was kind of hoping they would try to subvert your expectations, but no, it is just fire. What the? Just look at all of this. It defies comprehension. Yeah, coming from where you've been already, it definitely defies comprehension. Are we in Gehenna? No, it's way too nice. I wasn't expecting to be hit in the face with raw heresy. Ha, hot damn. It is hot. Looking at it, a small part of me feels like I'm at home again. Oh, name. Remember, this is just another part of your past. You're strong enough to face it head on. Yeah, you're right. 2 years ago, I deserted, so I wouldn't have to see this kind of shit anymore. But enough is enough. It's time for me to look fate in the eye and send it packing. We're in the belly of the beast now, a battlefield where the Scarlet Ogre crushes everything to dust. We're gonna have to brace ourselves if we don't want to get eaten alive in this hellhole. Right. Okay, nothing there. Ooh, imps. Does the ground explode, or is that just aesthetic? What? Pit Fiend and Bonbon. Pretty funny enemy. Bonbon is much too cute. Not on the fire. Whoops, they got hit. Bonbon. Pretty easy. Good experience. Mobius is going to be max level before the end. Excuse me. Come on. Yeah, Mobius is definitely going to be max level by the end of the game. Because there's at least one boss before the final boss, which is, I will at very minimum fight Figmund, which that alone might be enough to level me up. I'm full HP. Why am I full HP? Did one of the oh no! Ellie just full healed me. Oops, don't stand on the fire. Okay, what does this do? Is it going to destroy the rock to the right? Yep. Oh, it just unheats the rock to the right, not even destroys it. We have to destroy it ourselves. This is called a Flame Myrmeleon. Oh, it's dead now. If I have this to destroy, and by destroy I mean unheat. Unheat feels like it's not a proper sentence. Remove the heat from. Okay, we don't need to see this cutscene again. I know why. It shows it because you don't necessarily do it in a specific order, but... Okay, these guys don't aggro on me. Like the shade quartz, whatever it's called, is very effective here. 37,000 HP on a basic enemy is very interesting, because it just turns it into a slog. Or arts spam for no reason. The chest is empty. I thought they already used that line. And not just like a similar line, but that line exactly, I thought. Mermelian. No, Mermelian, stop chasing me. The issue is it's not amount of time spent chasing, it's distance from, I think, like a tether point. Which means that if you can't run just enough of an absolute distance away, you can't escape. I'm gonna have to cast like actual arts here because I can't move them together. It should be dead here though. Fire, another, again, two. Okay, this is gonna be a joke about not having a fire in me anymore. Oh, the chest is empty. Oh, I get it. I get it. Because in like Gehenna, I think in Gehenna in SC3 or Trails in the Sky 3. Yeah, in Sky 3, none of the chests in the Gehenna area had chest messages, which is what this is intentionally referencing. I didn't realize it after the first one, but after the second one it became clear. Because once is a coincidence, twice is a pattern, I don't know. Burn 2. Really? It couldn't be a burn 3? It's only a burn 2. Burn 3 doesn't exist, but burn 2 at this stage of the game. I know why it's a burn. And since burn 3 doesn't exist, it makes sense that it's burn 2. But it's still a case of, come on. It's this far in the game, you get burn 2 at like chapter 2. Let's just use one art. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't default to the one I used last, but... Like, it should have defaulted to Spark Dean, but... or Dine, but... I assume it's Dean. Please be a new monster chest. Wonderful. I don't know what I'm going to use on these guys, because I can't use the big AoE fire. I guess Dark Matter. Bad luck on that one. It's Dark Matter again. Again, bad luck on who it targeted. Oh good, I pulled it back enough by shooting it a couple times. Aegis Guard, or Aegis. I prefer Aegis, but I still have to read them. Even though I know what it's gonna say, I have to read it. Ooh, 5 evasion. It's actually worse because this is the divine whatever. The divine cloth armor? The armor made with divine cloth. Divine cloth armor sounds very different. Because frequent, like, cloth armor is, I don't know, light armor in D&D. The chest is empty. I really do respect that. It's a great joke. Assuming that's the joke and not some other weird thing, but... Nice and easy. This area's getting more and more maze-like. And I don't have a map. I know why they choose to not give you a proper map, and that reason is because it messes with you, but I really wish they gave a proper map. Like, it's clearly an active decision. I just don't know if it's a beneficial decision or not. I probably don't need to. The issue is I can't pull all of them. Try to pull these guys then. And like a very safe dark matter below. So if the imp guy moves down, I can pull him up. Perfect. Hopefully. Hopefully. Perfect. Nice. Good combo. Ooh, I've almost got Mobius leveled up. Catastrophe. Chest is empty. I mean, it's just better. Except for maybe the bonus effect, but... I don't know what the other one had compared to Burn 2, or Burn 20% Burn. Okay, I'm lost. So yes, I need to go to the right up here. I can take every fight, specifically because there's a chance that it will be the one that levels up Mobius. That will go to like 2.5x, maybe, multiplier on item use, which will turn a 300 EP restore into a 750 EP restore, which is pretty good. Passionate Rouge is the physical attack. Chest is empty, I believe. Prevents ailments is nice. Range, I can actually do it with a drop of range now, in exchange for strength. Like, I have 7 range. That's pretty decent. 10 is great, but 100 strength is probably worth it. Given that my impression of damage in this game, or physical especially, but probably all damage, is it's like a flat reduction. Like, if I'm facing, maybe not a 1-to-1 flat reduction, but like sort of on the scale of if my strength is 1000 and the enemy's defense is 1000, I think I would deal pretty much 0 damage. Whereas if my strength was 1100 and the enemy's defense was 1000, that's 100 damage, which is 100 times as much. Which like means that the semi-incremental increases of like 100 are much more meaningful. Okay, what does this damage do? 5148. Like, I think that's kind of how it works. It's not the case that... I'm pretty sure it's not the case that the defense values result in direct percentage reductions. Because I think if it gave percent reductions, then we wouldn't deal one, like Lloyd wouldn't be dealing 1 damage, because even 99% of 1100, even 99% of that would be more than 1. It wouldn't be great, but it would definitely be more than one. Okay, this is gonna be the fight right here. Like, it has to be a flat-based reduction. Of course, here's the actual place I want to save. This fight, if it's basically the same, it's gonna be way easier. Heh, wasn't sure you'd make it through the warm-ups. Uncle. It's actually gonna be even easier, because I'm not gonna have Randy, who is basically dead weight. Sigmund Orlando. Vice leader of the Red Constellation. Yes, he knows that. And the strongest living Jaeger on the continent. Living. That's a good point. The Scarlet Ogre. Haha, my reputation precedes me. I may have been a step behind the War God and Jaeger King, but now that they've offed each other, that leaves me as the strongest one standing. At least for now, that is. I mean, that's always the obvious caveat. You'll never be the strongest for literally forever, because you're not immortal. Randolph, you already know what I'm about to say. Between this crisis in Crossbell and the war in Erebonia, the entire continent is in flames. There's never been a better time for a Jaeger to be in business. Terrorists will seize the opportunity. The silent battle between the snakes and the church will intensify, and the guild will be left scrambling. You know what it is your gut is telling you. The peaceful times you've been enjoying have come to a close. Who are you to decide that? No, he's not wrong. But he's not necessarily wrong. Even as we endure this crisis, the whole of Lemuria is in upheaval. From the war in the Empire to the unrest in the Republic. It could be that all of it was inevitable, even if we had avoided this situation in Crossbell entirely. It's the truth. Lemuria has been on the brink of chaos for some time now. Crossbell was merely the final weight that tipped the scales. Yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna I can't speak. I'm not gonna deny any of it. I felt it in my bones all this time. The calm before the storm, the smell of war and strife just beyond the horizon. Randy. Name. There's your proof, boy. You're a Jaeger to the core. That's the fate of all Orlandos. You have the blood of a warrior flowing through your veins. Technically speaking, I imagine most people have the blood of warriors and knights and whatever somewhere in their veins. Because that's just the nature of thousands of years having passed. And one of these days, Randolph, you're gonna wake up and smell the gunpowder because your city's gonna be being bombed. The peaceful life you've been living is a lie. You've been running from fate, pretending to be something you're not. It's boring because it's just such a weak argument. This is your last chance, Randolph. Succeed your father and become the war god. I'll teach you all you need to know in my brother's stead. Then, once you're named as the true leader of the Red Constellation, I'll kill you. Whose flag we fight for on the battlefield will be yours to decide. I mean, why are you shocked by this? You could even take up our cudgels for Crossbell if you wanted. One way or another, this place is going to be in for some rough times ahead. So why not take this opportunity to do some good by your precious comrades? This is actually not a bad argument in my mind. Like, it's like, oh yeah, if you just, you know, take over the force, you can direct it. Like, if they say he's lying, I'm gonna complain. But if they say, hey, no, if you stick with us, you can help us. And then you can do that later. We have priorities. Like, it's just weird. So I did a bit of a good for your precious comrades. As if that's not even that bad of a statement. How can you say that? The state of Crossbell is not a bargaining chip. That's not necessarily what he's saying. It can be interpreted that way, probably, but like, He's just saying, yeah, if you just take over the Jaeger Corps, you take over the Jaeger Corps. And you can make decisions. Now, maybe, will they go along with his decisions? I don't know. Haha, so that's the way you want to play this, huh? You always could rein in your bloodlust by being a cold, calculating son of a bitch. That's just how the Scarlet Ogre rolls. It comes with the territory. Any Jaeger worth his salt knows that. As do you. Now, should he go back and join them? Maybe not. Maybe he does, I don't know. But like, it's not a like horrific argument for like, hey, join us again. Like, it's not the worst argument. Now, there's gonna be a twist where it's like, on the way you're gonna have to murder civilians, but now that the era of peace is over, you have nowhere left to run. No more safe havens, nowhere left to hide. No more safe havens to run to. That leaves only one way left to go. You might be right about that. But my answer is still no, goddammit. Which is still reasonable. Oh. Sorry, but your good-for-nothing nephew's not the heir to the family business you're pining for. He's just a peacemaker in an age where all Gehenna's broken loose. A guy looking for justice in a world of liars and schemers. All he can do is be himself and take life one step at a time. No excuses, no wild fantasies, no running away. Because he's already found a place where he belongs. Randy. Name. Well said. Someone's been taking pointers from a certain leader we know. That leader is Bales. I've got myself a new family to stand with. So you and all your fate crap can shove it. Is it really fate when it's literally two of the biggest countries in this region are at war within themselves and it's potentially going to spill elsewhere? It's not fate, it's just looking at what's happening. I'm done living on the battlefield. I left that hell behind me, and I'm never going back, which is a very good argument for, hey, I don't want to go back to being a Jaeger. They both had solid arguments, I think. Now, the reason Randy doesn't want to join is for a different reason than the reason Sigmund wants him to join, like there's a disconnect, but... And now, I'm going to make that clear once and for all. Name. And we're with you every step of the way. He's laughing. Heh heh. Ha 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 ha. That's like the 6th time this game they've done the hee 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 ha ha ha. Done with your little speech. Rar. G. He's pulsing with power. We can't see that. We definitely can't. Heh, have it your way. Let's see how much of a fight your so-called family can put up against your own flesh and blood. You know what's coming, don't you? I can't be expected to hold back after you run your mouth like that. No one was asking you to. Rah, why is this pink? And by pink I mean purple. I'm bad at colors. It's time I put every trick you and the old man taught me to the test. To the test. The strongest Jaeger alive is about to get his ass kicked straight into a retirement. Haha, a bold claim. So be it. Once I've put you into the dirt, I'll be the one who becomes the next war god. I mean, you definitely could just do that anyway. And I'll pay my respect to my brother by finishing off his sorry excuse for a son. Cheater. Now, prepare to taste steel. Behold the twin axes of the Scarlet Ogre, he who rampaged across the fields of war and Bower's all in his path. Cannibal. Here he comes. Yeah, we didn't see that coming. Get ready, everyone. Follow Randy's lead and give it all you got. Except Randy's not going to be fighting. Okay, what is this? I'm assuming they're going to use arts. Anyway. You know what the real gameplay here is? Yep. Okay, AoE. I need to kill those quick. They need to die quickly. 40k. They probably resist fire. Spark Team's not the best. I don't think I can... Ooh, I can hit both. I don't want a dark matter there though. I don't want to hit him. This can't be yes, unit target. Please deal at least 7k. No, not 7k. Oh, 5.7k, which is not bad. I think, you know what I'm gonna do? It might be wasteful to do it in this specific context. But yeah, 21,000 damage. Pretty good. Sparkdean's not bad, right? It's a decent single target. 1 damage. Okay, it resists that. It's good to know. And then I need to... I think Dark Matter's good enough. And Sparkdean does not work, so I'll just Golden Halo. Actually, I can hit... If I hit him with Golden Halo, it is beneficial. I have to pull them further into the corner. Him further into the corner. I need to kill one of these quickly so they stop ruining my life. Is it dead? Is the left one dead? Good. At least one dying is important. So it's casting an art now. Targeting who? Lloyd. That will cast in time. So this will... I mean, I assumed that they were resistant to fire, but maybe they aren't. Like, I might as well check. Like a chrono drive, it wouldn't be totally wasted. I don't want a chrono drive though. I think it's probably better to just get some attacks in. Probably, yeah, 1 damage. I can't, shoot. Calamity Edge might be good. Wait, that didn't hit the thing that it was centered under, it seems. Okay, I need to heal now. Okay, I'm not gonna heal. Okay, slow down. I'm gonna guard, because he's gonna one-shot me right here. No, he's gonna one-shot me right after this. Okay. Calamity Edge. Yeah. Okay, the fact that this isn't hitting this is ridiculous. This fight's not gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be terrible. Who are they targeting? They're targeting Noelle. Which is not ideal, because she is low HP. Ah, impede. It's only dealing 600 damage per attack there, which is kind of rough. I need to heal. Let's go Holy Breath. You know what? It's overkill, but it's guaranteed to full heal. Let's try Sparkdean, see if it does. Oh wait, no, it resists wind. I wasn't paying attention. I totally forgot. That was a bad choice. Let's get an Adamantine Guard on these folks. Will I be able to? No, I'm about to get attacked if I do that. Yeah, it would have been a waste. Sparkdean's gonna do nothing. Okay, so that happened, then I can EP charge myself. Yeah, not a meaningful amount of damage, but this fight's way easier because it doesn't have a hard 5-turn limit. I'm actually going to waste a turn to just get this going so that I can get proper stacking of... Like, I need to recharge TO's S-Craft, because otherwise it'll be rough. Because I'm not regenning without Impassion. I don't know what... Okay, what is it? It's resistant to... It's actually weak to time. Maybe Death Spiral will be better single target damage? We have no reason to even do that. Yeah, because if I attack him, it actually... Oh, I wasn't in Impassion range? Okay, no, I just haven't had a turn. Okay, that's reasonable. So she has to move a fair bit forward to get that. Get Adamantine Guards. And then gradually move everyone upwards so that I can move into range so that Noelle can attack. It's gonna be an inefficient use of arts, but he's just gonna move and do nothing. He should have cast an art there. Just make sure I keep Fortuna up and start blasting. She will move up, just gradually leapfrogging. Not quite. I'm not quite close enough. Anyway, might as well Adamantine Guard him. She has nothing she needs to do yet. Crimson Ray? Yeah, that's a lot of damage. This might be getting a little bit too close to him, but it should help me deal a tiny bit more damage that will add up over a long time. It's a little closer than I would want to be. I think that's too close. Oh, that's actually good. If he's in a corner like that, that's actually beneficial to me. I'm gonna have to recharge. That movement's not ideal. Anyway, as long as I spam Crimson Ray a few more turns, it should be fine. It'll be way safer if she just sits back here. And I only have one source of damage. I don't need to charge anything. Might as well Fortuna. And I don't think I can debuff him. Yeah. I don't really need to cast this, but let's just Chaos Brand him. He should be fine because he should have the guard still. Yep. I'm gonna get some Chrono Drives before I Adamantine Guard. I need to ATS buff soon, I believe. Let's Adamantine Guard him. It's actually just better to not attack with Lloyd, because he deals no damage, and if he hits, he gets automatically countered, which removes his guard status. I mean, I might as well attack here, but that's an exception. Still 1 damage. It's actually not even worth using. Oh, that's pretty funny. Ooh, Crimson Ray. It's not going to be much damage, but it's going to be enough. He should be dead here. So much easier than a 5-minute time limit. Good experience. Mobius should level up. Yep. So I need to see what Mobius get. So the potency should be 2.5. Rune of Providence. I think I have seen it. Oh, it isn't, but it becomes AoE. That is super nice. Because then I just maintain blob strat, sit in a corner with 3 units in a corner, and I just EP charge and everyone gets 600 EP back. Yeah. That just incentivizes blob strat, which I don't think should be incentivized. It might be that later in the game there's stuff that forced me to not blob strat, but that just, Mobius specifically incentivizes blob strat. Heh. Guess you're running with a pretty strong crowd after all. But the way you fight for them, that's where your real strength is. The power of friendship. Anime. Go. Yeah. Now you know that I'm not backing down on my choice. I don't mean to spit in the face of you and my old man, but I'm not the guy you two raised me to be. Haha. You bring that up now, of all times? This pales in comparison to you deserting without settling a damn thing. He never said it, but I know your father was worried about you the whole time. Wow, shocking! The twist that they actually cared about him. My old man? Really? Considering how much you've grown, I doubt he's looking up at you in shame. Looking up, I love it. I love that they say that he's looking up instead of looking down. That's great. So, show us. Show us how far that bravado can carry you. Prove it. Through the way you live. The life you lead. It would be so good if he died. Because characters never die. Unless they're truly vile villains. Him being dead would be like, wow, they actually killed the man. Yes, I'm definitely not doing the final boss today. I'm gonna get to the final boss though. What? We won? Pant. Can't believe it. We actually came out on top. Eidos really came in clutch for us this time. Yeah. When all's said and done, it doesn't change the fact that he's your uncle, does it? For what it's worth, I do believe his concern for you was genuine, Randy. Yeah, it was. Guess tough love just runs in the family, huh? Honestly, it feels good to finally get some closure. This should release that seal that was outside too. Let's take the back exit and see for ourselves. Agreed. Job well done, Randy. We are proud of you. Huh. Appreciate it. So. Now it is time to interact with his corpse. He's definitely not dead. Out like a normal lamp. Not like any of his injuries are fatal, though. The old bastard's too tough for his own good. Perhaps, but shouldn't we carry him to the Merkaba anyway? Considering the role he played in the raid of Crossbell, I'd accept any excuse to haul him into custody. That being said, bringing him aboard the Merkaba would present its own risks. As his life is not in peril, it may be better to leave him here until we have finished our mission. This fat nap of his is probably going to last a while, so at least we don't have to worry about him coming after us. Let's keep moving for now. Oh, it's a walk into, not an interact, I forgot. Oh, shocking! The seal is gone. This one must have only required us to clear one domain. No complaints here. Now we can keep moving ahead. True, but that fight did take a lot out of us. This would be a good time to rest at the Merkaba for a bit. That's a good idea. We can get everyone up to speed while we're there. Which is basically their way of saying talk to people, but I don't want to. Honestly, I should probably do it, but I'm playing the game as though I was actually, playing the game. And I can't imagine there being anything interesting to talk to the other, characters about. Zero Ranger, Evil Prim Phobos. Dead. Am I at maximum? I am. I'm at maximum fire. Should I just sell it all? I am actually gonna go back and just sell literally everything for all the Mira I can get. And then I assume by the end I'll have a reasonable amount more. Not that I need it. I just think it'd be funny to have a ton of Mira. Will I regret it? Maybe. Do I think it will matter? No. I don't actually think it will matter at all. I wouldn't be surprised if, if you talk to... I'm surprised you can report stuff here. I wouldn't be surprised if you could... I'm actually going to only sell 5k. Because sentiment, it's sort of like, maybe you can go to the IBC, exchange it for more later. Obviously not in-game, but... I wouldn't be surprised if there is a specific interaction that pertains specifically to... I'm going to sell a little more. Specifically to the reporter. That's why. I figured there was something for getting over 1 million Mira. I wouldn't be surprised if talking to Grace after each of these did something, but I don't think it makes sense to report to Grace every time, so... I'm gonna have to run all the way back again later. Oh! So after the next one, by the time we get to the next domain, it's probably going to connect to right in front there. It's going to elevator down to that, probably. I find it interesting that it seems like they can let me back into the domain. Okay, I already fought the first guy here. EP charge 3. If doing the right thing was easy, it wouldn't be heroic. If heroes were common, they wouldn't write legends about them. Which Legend of the Heroes? This is the Trail series of the Legend of the Heroes series. I wonder if there's any die-hard fans of the rest of the Legend of Heroes series that really want it to go back to not just being trails. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an old enough series that there's not that many people left that have any hope that it will ever go back to other Legend of the Heroes stories. I'm getting good luck on these team rushes. I don't know if I have the team rush bonus equipped, but even with that, it's not uncommon to not get team rushes nearly this often. Yeah, I figured it would just be a route outside to get here. Or a route. Ugh. Worst enemy in the game. Genuinely, like, anything that focuses on Vanish is a pain. This series set my path in life with its incredible focus on attention to detail. I was led to finding a community, a group of friends and passionate fans. Together, we made 2 wonders we can be eternally proud of. Yeah, translating both of them. I'm assuming these are women only, yeah. They're also just worse? Huh? Okay. They're just worse in every way? These must be the special higher tier boots that you can craft, right? That are like not cheap. They cost like 1,000 time or space or whatever, and other U material. Because otherwise, the fact that they're still better than these boots is wild. The Wyvern? Org Graphus. Bad luck. So fun. Like, I think the world building of this, like, thinking about it because of that chest earlier. I think the world that is being built with these games is excellent. Yeah, I really do enjoy the world. I just don't think every single story that's being told is exceptional. Ooh, 32,000. And by every single story, I mean like the individual characters' stories. I don't think those are the best. Like, I think my memory, ignoring some of the specific, obvious, glaring issues, I think most of the characters in Sky were more interesting to me, and the interactions were mostly more interesting because they were more... I felt they were a little more focused. Thinking back, I think they felt more focused. From Zero to Azure, this has been an unforgettable journey. It was fun at times, and most definitely stressful at times, but still, thank you for supporting us. It meant the world and changed mine. But yeah, like, Sky had an obviously, what, Tito, I think was the character's name? Her relationship with whoever, I can't remember, I think it was Redhead, is a little but, like, I would say, but there were fewer moments where the characters, where most, I hate these enemies. Get them out of this game. Like, Vanish is the worst status effect in the game. Get it out. I'm gonna burst, but I can't because he's vanished and he'll never come back until the fight's over. End my life, I hate this game. Oh, okay, she got 17,000 damage because she got vanished. Like, great game, man. And she has no EP anymore because she got vanished. So fun. Trails means the world to me, too. I'm grateful I could share my world, my favorite story in it with you. Thank you for giving us a chance. Fix that chest. Not a fun chest. Get rid of the instant vanish monsters. Just, I know it's not their job. I know they were just translators, but get rid of the instant vanish chests. It'd be a better game. I know I could have instantly used an S break the moment the chest opened. But I also know I could use items. I'll just be back once I've healed. I'm back more or less where I left off. Right there was the chest I grabbed and got vanished on. I'm not fully healed because I ran into an enemy on the way. I almost got vanished again. But up here. Continue exploring. Oh yeah. I remember that I didn't actually check Rune of Providence. Immunity is, I believe, debuff immunity, but I'm not sure. And then if immunity is guard, that would be too strong, I think. I mean, I can just... I only have 5 smoke grenades left, and I only have 4 after I did that, but it's just... Ooh, emergency puppet. It's just different. 60. Oh, she groaned. Still, pain be damned, she could feel it, her Genevieve. And on the floor, to her right, she saw the chest she had spent weeks carving, hoping for her return. So you did get it. There's only one more. It's gonna be a joke. The last one's just gonna be a joke, probably. About, yeah, the trails of this chest, the tales in this chest or something. It's going to just be a joke. I have no idea what the joke is going to be exactly, but it will be a joke. Because there's no way this story that was almost impossible to actually follow is going to have a satisfactory ending. If the odds of this story have a satisfactory ending are as low as the odds of Lloyd, like, not having a cheesy line at the end of the story. Okay, a chest. I'm actually getting really good, like the Team Rush luck is good because it's also not rocking on Noelle most of the time. I've been keeping track of every single thing you've taken from me and my friends. Expect a lengthy call out in the future. So, okay, chest. And boss fight. Boss, quote unquote, fight. It's just these dudes. Yeah, this is definitely less threatening than most of the other enemies. Like, all the other ones have been at least slightly threatening. Ooh. Music choice. A little overkill for the music, but I'm gonna burst because there's no reason not to, I think. I think I have time before the next, like, actual boss fight will occur. Ooh, I didn't realize Golden Halo was actually bigger. Okay. Crimson Ray should be most of its health. Should be mostly dead by now. 16,000, well, basically 17,000 HP left. 19,000 hit. Huge. Game over. Keeper's never gonna get to max, which is a shame. Ah, yes. Is this gonna go where I thought it was? Yes, it did. Through here, around this, straight back, I can heal. So I already know who this fight's gonna be. I guarantee it's gonna require me to bring Dudley. Which basically means I'm gonna have to swap out Noelle for Dudley. Which is a shame. I should also consider... What are there any interesting wind ones? 19 and 10 is the maximum there. I'm actually not that far. Like if I just put like a wind, if I just add a wind, 3 wind, 3 wind, 3 space is all I need. And then I can have the final rough. I can get the final wind all attack art, but I can't get it. I could get it with multiple, but I only want to get it with one because swapping out multiple is just kind of rough. And also, I'm gonna give this to her because it helps her slightly more because her base HP is higher. It seems. Anyway, I'm not gonna bother trying to get that. There's apparently an achievement for having every like highest level, highest power arts in the game, like having each of them. But I'm not gonna worry about that much. Like I was gonna get that if I could there, but where are we now? You knew where we were before? Looks like this is as far as the holy precincts go. Yeah, that's gonna be an elevator to the final boss. So after this domain, I think that's gonna be the end of today. I think. I'll double check. And that gate likely leads to another domain, with another seal up ahead to go along with it. There's only one person left this domain could belong to. Dot dot dot. Arios. Just as I suspected. Was there ever any doubt? I'm pleasantly surprised. God, they could just let me click through instead of doing it automatically. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect you to overcome the ogre. That can only mean you no longer harbor the uncertainty you carried when we first met. Oh, did I not need Dudley? But enough talk. I will be waiting at the end of my domain. Did I not need Dudley? I guess Lloyd works because the whole killing his brother thing. Well, this is the home stretch. Yes. For so long, Arios has been the standard the SSS held itself to, as well as our greatest rival. Well, we certainly didn't meet the standard we held ourselves to. Now that you mention it, we've known him for just as long as we've known each other. Yeah, I'll never forget that day he rescued us when we were trying to protect Ryu and Henri in the Geofront. So that's how it went. Sounds like you share quite the special bond together. Guess I'm replacing Dudley. I was hoping like, oh, maybe Dudley would be relevant, but no. Let's go. Arios is waiting for us. I'm actually glad he isn't relevant. Right. Roger Wilco. It's just the choice of characters. Like, okay, Wazi, it makes sense. Because Wazi being a Dominion, Gralsritter, all that makes sense that he's here. Though Wald being here doesn't really make sense. But, like, I'm glad they don't force me to drag Dudley with me. Because I don't have any interest in the character right now. It actually might be in my best interest to not use Noelle and instead use Ellie for like the boss fight, because she's better with arts and actually attacking is never good in boss fights. Especially now that I have the ultimate EP battery with Mobius maxed out. But I just think for the minions, it's so much easier to just attack them with Noelle. Now that's kind of freaky. He's like, this is the type of thing that's like, oh, he would self-flagellate. And what do we have here? The Penance is pretty good. That's a good title. This must be what lies within Arios' soul. Look at all these chains. They're practically innumerable. Just how many burdens could he be shouldering? Too many, that's for damn sure. The Scarlet Ogre may have put us through hell, but Arios' stake in this is clearly on a different level. You think. One of the original conspirators versus a Jaeger that got pulled into it. This might even rival our battle against the Steel Maiden. No. I'm pretty sure it was established that, well, the Steel Maiden is beyond humanity. Arios is just like the top of humanity. Though we did beat her, but I don't think we really beat her. I think if she wanted to kill us, she could have. It could be the battle where she weakened herself, sure. Be that as it may, though, we've gone too far to turn back now. We have to overcome this to take Kia back, to bring the truth to light, and to fulfill our promise to Shizuku. As long as we give it our all, body and soul, even the Divine Blade of Wind's domain is no match for us. Right. I'm finally here. The reality of what happened on that day 3 years ago is just ahead. It's the exact same clips in the exact same order. Hold on a little longer, guy. I'm gonna drag the facts out into the open once and for all. Look at this instant monster chest. It would be so fun if there's no mobs. Oh, that would be such a good design. There are mobs, obviously, but it would be such a cool design if there were no mobs. This is not going to go well. Can I trust Noelle to impede? Yes, I can, I think. Aim. Shoot, she can't impede them both. Does she have an impede? No. She does have... This says complete immunity, which to me implies this should also be complete immunity, right? It should be a guard. It is a guard. That's really not bad. So it should block this. That's not bad. I mean, it's still gonna get destroyed here, but... And he would heal a ton here if he was low on HP. And if they didn't resist fire. Galleon Tower should be effective, I hope. Okay, now I need to impede, which the best impede is actually just aiming right here. I gotta group them up so that I can actually impede them all. Okay, they're not dead. Okay, but enough of them are that I'm not too worried. What's that one? That's like pretty spooky. Oh god, 15,000 damage. I mean, they're dead now, but 15 1,000 damage. Like, that is a ton of damage. Argem key, or Argem key. I don't know. Seems to me like the 8 blades, 1 leaf would be more impressive. 15,000 damage. I'm looking for a revive. I have fewer reviving bombs than celestial bombs. I have fewer reviving bombs than celestial bomb EXs. I only need to use 1 anyway. Because I'm just going to celestial. And then when I get into a combat, I will just have her use an item to restore. And then I can use this. An EP charge 2 hits a bunch of people. Easy EP restore. It should die from the Crimson attack. Crimson Ray. Wind Sepith. Why is he Divine Blade of Wind? Because he's airy, Oath. I'm sorry. That was pretty McClaim. Ha. 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 Joke. Ooh, bridge. Anyway, this... I don't think I missed anything. This is all fine. These are actually pretty dangerous enemies because they cast a lot of arts. I do need to figure out... I need some all-range arts. Zuzu. Because all-range arts for the enemies that do not clump up, but are still squishy. I definitely need them for that. I don't want to fight these. Those are a pain to fight. Sleep 2. Final. But I couldn't wait till midnight, Genevieve replied through a fit of giddiness. She lightened her hug, but only so she could plant a long overdue kiss. I've missed you. Oh, I love you so much, Jubilee. Trails in the Chest, Part 2. End? Question mark? God, I was hoping they went for a joke, but instead it's just a bad story ending. I was hoping for a joke. Okay, so that lever, or lever, is gonna switch the... What the... I didn't expect to be able to go this far. That lever is gonna switch the... It's gonna swap. Maybe it's only gonna affect one of them. Because if it swapped, then I wouldn't... No, if it swaps, then I get a path straight through. That's not the one I was at, though. I was somewhere else. Weird. I should have saved. These guys are weak to fire. That's good. I'm gonna use this, because there's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, like an all-range attack of appropriate... God, I hate... Wait, if they get hit, they just disappear? Even on burst mode? What is this game? Not all of them, only some of them. What happened there? Can I end burst early? I mean, there's literally nothing I can do. Good gameplay. Best gameplay. Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. I need something that will definitely hit it before it gets another turn. Great fight design. Want to know secret exploit to respawn all the chests you've opened so far? Get this. All you have to do is go to the title screen and select New Game. Time gem is nice. Time gem should not be cast, right? Time is speed. Oh, it is cast. I'm shocked. Anyway, it's going to be a huge DPS. I should consider putting a cast on her, though. Do I need the evade 3? Okay, if I lose 5, I go down to 7. Do I need 7? Is there anything that needs more than 7? Holy Breath, but I need a Celestial's better. Lorelei, I'm never going to use. I don't think I need 7. I lose Sparkdean. Not the end of the world. I think swapping that for faster cast speed is better. Because it's just better. I need to check space though. Space has reincarnation, which needs more time to get the attack all. If I can get that on her, it would be good. What would I swap? Ah, heal's not that good. I do need some water though. Are there any water time ones? Not really. Yeah, there's no water time options. But losing 4 water and 2 wind. I don't think I can accept losing 4 water. Because I think I need... Yeah, I need 8 for that. Which would drop it. Losing 4 would be too much. I could maybe... Shroud would give me 3, so I'd only lose 1 water. I'd still have enough for Celestial. I would gain 3 time, which brings me to 10, which is not enough. Oh well, I'm not going to bother. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of that on that one character. This is a key that I don't have. And another chest. Just AoE them all. So much safer to just do that. I don't know why I didn't cast an art with him. I just wasn't paying attention. These guys resist fire. I need space. I think casting that probably still better. I might be able to impede the left guy. Like 90% chance to impede. I think it's close enough to 100. Goldia, the one right below. Damn. I was 1 dungeon away from talking... Oh, from talking chest retirement, too. Okay, what's this gonna do? I assume it's gonna swap. Yeah, I figured it was a swap. There's a chest on the far side that I do not have yet. But maybe I can access that from... Unlock this. And then run across from here. Will get me to the other chest that I saw down a bit. I'm not going to pull that right away. You know, I can just pull it again if I need to. What is supporting these? Nothing. Those would not be trustworthy. I would not trust them. Evergreen. Is that my 4th evergreen? 11 months ago, the SSS gained its foremost rival in Arios. It's only fitting that they'd have to overcome him to see this story through to the end. You can do this. Yeah, interesting enough. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, the chest that I see is probably, or one of the chests that I saw is definitely going to be a key. Not these guys again. Can I get a good... Perfect AoE. All but 2 get hit. Shoot, I got bad RNG on that. It'll be fine though. Because if I attack here, impede. That 90% impede is actually very good. No Valky. Soon, all that will await you are Airbonian chests. Time for Ultra Silence. I assume Ultra Violence is a song. Probably that says Ultra Violence at some point within the song. Okay, I'm not gonna go that way yet. Yep. I made the correct choice. I'm gonna pull them all in, and then just S-break. Which I figured would not do all that much, but... Shoot, what are they weak to again? They are weak to fire. Rough. God, I hate these enemies. Anything that vanishes is just a pain. Okay. And then an EP charge too. Dead. Perfect. Mjolnir. Lloyd decided that after all of this, he would take a fishing trip on his new boat, the SSS. Yep. I saw the joke before I got to the end. As in literally saw it, not I saw it coming. I did not see it coming. You never should have come. That was a pretty relaxed zone, honestly. It had a couple annoying enemies because they just spammed arts, but... Did that really need a transition? Like, I guess it probably did, because we're not going to get a transition on the stairs. We do, but... You're here. Arios. What? Not gonna wear those snazzy new threads of yours, Mr. Secretary? I only wore that uniform at President Qua's behest. Frankly, I was never comfortable in it. After the Declaration of Invalidity, I haven't felt as though I have the right to wear it. I stand before you not as a bracer, nor as a Secretary of Defense, but as a tainted swordsman wielding a tarnished blade. Nothing more, nothing less. Name. How did it come to this? He is self-disciplined to a fault. Haha, I don't know what to say. I have so many questions I want to ask you that it's hard to sort them out in my head. I'm gonna just sidebar. The only character that's genuinely a surprising villain is Maribel to me. Like, Arios, from the first time we met him, he was slightly sketchy. Like, he was too perfect is the whole common trope. Like, oh, if they're so perfect, they're a villain sort of trope. Maribel was the only one that when I read, oh, they're a villain, it genuinely was a little surprising, because it didn't cross my mind. She just seemed like a generic, oh, she's Ellie's friend, she's a convenient connection, blah blah blah, but she's like one of the final villains of the arc, is somewhat surprising. Like, Arios, not really that surprising. Qua, he's the head of a bank villain. The lawyer, his character type is either a villain or not, which is kind of everything's either a villain or not. But like, from the first encounter with him, it was like, he's either going to be our best friend or the final villain, and he was in the end. Not in Zero though. And like, Maribel was the only surprising one. Arios wasn't. He's not like super villain level evil, but I have so many questions I want to ask you that it's hard to sort them out in my head. But I guess the first one would be, are you... But I guess the first one should be, are you willing to answer them? Of course, that was my intention. Ask away. I will answer any question you have, save for one. Alright. The accident 5 years ago? That's not a question, there's no question mark there. I'm sorry for bringing up painful memories, but could you tell us about the accident that happened 5 years ago? Yes. There's no need to hide it any longer. That accident was caused by a truck exploding on a street in the middle of the city. It was, as I'm sure you've all realized, a product of an information war between Erebonia and Calvard. Just as we thought. Then your wife and Shizuku. Yes. There was much that my family lost that day. Saya, her life, and Shizuku, her sight. In the 5 years since, both countries' intelligence agencies have developed, and incidents of sabotage have ceased. Though the truth remains that their feud in the shadows has resulted in decades worth of victims like Saya. That would include your parents, Lloyd, as well as the family of Mr. Grimwood. The hell? Lloyd's parents? This is the first I've heard of this. I wonder why this is the first you've heard of it. My parents died in an airship crash. It was a new ship that had just gone into commission. I was so little at the time I can barely even remember it. You don't mean to say that accident also claimed Mr. Grimwood's family, do you? But I do. His wife and children were aboard that airship as well. I was lucky to still have Shizuku. I can't imagine the agony that comes with losing everything you hold dear. After the incident, Mr. Grimwood and Guy came to know one another, sharing in their mourning for the family they had lost. I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? It's just a coincidence. That just happens. It's not coincidences, like, coincidences don't exist, but it's also it's just something that happened. It's not something that's hard to believe. How enlightening. I never realized their connection ran so deep. After that incident 5 years ago, I turned in my police badge and went knocking on the Bracer Guild's door. I had my reasons for resigning. The cost of Shizuku's hospital bills, my dissatisfaction with the department, the fact that the guild means that he can be paid better than the police department is kind of cool. It's a wild fact to know. But above all, I was running away from the pain of losing Saya. With the Bracer's workload, I was never short on distractions. I could strip myself of any moments of grief. Arios. Name. Relationship with Grim. There's been something I haven't been able to shake from my mind all this time. It's how you ever became involved with this scheme in the first place. Oh. Uncle Dieter and Belle are well versed in banking and economics, and their lineage links them to the cult. But that doesn't fill every gap. Like how you knew about the information war between the Empire and Republic, for one. I don't buy that either of those two has the contacts to know about that sort of thing. Nor do you have any prior connection to their family. And yet, once Mr. Kwa took office as president, he immediately appointed you as Secretary of Defense. Now I see where this is going. Grizzly Grim was the missing link that put the two parties into contact. Exactly. Do you dispute that? No, you assume correctly. Just like the SSS, Guy and I often relied on Mr. Grimwood and his information network. He was pivotal in a fair number of our cases. He was so well informed that he was even called upon as a civil advisor during the operation to purge the cult's lodges. After I became a bracer, I continued to exchange information with him on a regular basis. As for the Kwa family, Mr. Grimwood was already acquainted with them due to the IBC's legal affairs. The nature of his position allowed him to amass all the information and resources he required into one place. Every step Kwa took towards gaining our independence, as well as the power of the Septitarian, was by Mr. Grimwood's design. All the while, both his daughter and his legal counsel were working towards their master plan behind his back. Their master plan. The Azure Zero project. Precisely. It didn't take long for Mr. Grimwood to realize the truth about the incident Saya and Shizuku suffered. He could have also made it all up, but probably not. He informed me of it shortly after. That was what led me to cooperate with him. Again, it could have been a lie. There is your answer. So everything has gone according to Mr. Grimwood and Maribel's plan. That's one hell of a story. Kia and the auction. While we're asking questions here, there's something I've been wondering about. You were the one who moved Kia from the bottom of the Sun Fort, weren't you? Then you swapped her with the Rosenberg doll that was meant to be sold off at the Schwartz auction? Now that you mention it, we never did manage to solve that particular side of the mystery. I thought we figured that out like a chapter ago. Like, I thought that was already like, yeah, it was him that did it. It's just as you say. But the idea itself was actually Maribel's, not Grimwood's. Did she just want the doll stolen? That would be pretty funny if she was like, it's a convenient way to steal the doll. I mean, not the only thing, but having foreseen Joachim's actions to their finest points, she knew exactly how to exploit them. She was easily able to teleport us to the fort's lowest stratum, whereupon we freed the girl from the cradle atop the altar. I then switched her with the Rosenberg doll that was brought from Remphiria. Maribel was also the one who arranged for the doll to be put up for auction, with Ravash none the wiser. To think she was involved is not surprising because she knows a lot about the dolls. I still don't understand though. What would Maribel gain by doing that in the first place? If she needed Kia for the project, why not just take her into custody until the time was right? First, she wanted to involve Heiyue to further jeopardize Ravash's position and begin the chain that would lead to their downfall. Her plan was for the child to awaken during the auction, allowing Maribel to publicly spring to action. With Marconi and his bewildered guests as an audience, she would volunteer to take custody of the girl on behalf of the IBC. Were Heiyue to take action at that point, things would have likely gone awry. Thus, as a precaution, I remained undercover in the manor to observe. We had a contingency plan for every possible outcome that could have occurred, except for us. You two are crazy with a capital C, I swear. Until now, I wasn't aware it was possible to be too prepared. As for her second motive, Maribel wished to gauge the potential of the Septitarian by having it awaken under extraordinary circumstances. Gauge her potential? What does that mean? Those were Maribel's words, so I couldn't tell you precisely. It may have been one of the conditions necessary to rouse the child from her long slumber. But whether by coincidence or the hand of Eidos, she finally awoke when you were in her presence. I doubt even Maribel could have anticipated that. But she didn't seem to mind, nor did she object to all of you taking the child in under your wing. Well, I'm stumped. Hell if I can get into her headspace. Belle, what in the world were you planning? We don't need these interjections. I think that's an issue with the writing, in my opinion. I personally don't need the characters to state the obvious. What was she planning? That's obviously what the people playing the game are questioning. What was she thinking? I don't think every time having every character comment benefits the story. There's just one more thing. I want you to tell me what really happened on the day my brother died. Can you do that? That's probably the one question he can't answer, right? Oh, it isn't. What's the one question he can't answer then? Very well. It was 2 years after I resigned from the police following Saya's passing. I had been cooperating with Mr. Grimwood and the others as they laid the groundwork for their plan. None of it was legal. They had already woven quite a conspiracy at that point. However, no one, not even the guild, had an inkling of what was taking shape beneath Crossbell's surface, save for one exception, my former partner, Guy Bannings. Guy was tenacious and had a keen eye for finding the truth. At the time, he was closing in on a number of hidden plots. Please pick a new song, like Respect Guy. Give him his own song. From the information war between Erebonia and Calvard, to Speaker Hartman's connections with Ravache and the remnants of the DG cult. After digging deeper, he even came upon the Quaff family's plans buried behind it all. And then, one rainy day, Guy asked me to meet with him at the newly established construction site of Orcus Tower. Suffice it to say, he hadn't uncovered all of the project's details, but Guy's suspicions were shockingly accurate, right down to the scope of the plan itself. He predicted that Quaff would utilize the cult and mafia to eventually ascend to the top of the political world. He predicted that a foreign power would be framed for an attack on Crossbell City, fueling the bid for state independence. He even predicted that the Quaff family aimed to create something that could intimidate and seize control of the entire continent. What he didn't predict was that Arios was in on it. To my surprise, he had gotten to the very heart of the conspiracy. After that... Oh, he did figure it out, maybe? Maybe not? Guy refused to back down. It was clear this wasn't something we could resolve with words. And so, we began our fight to the death as the rain poured down upon us. I mean, Tonfa Guy's probably not going to kill you. Between the two of us, I was always the better fighter. But Guy's strength came from his unbreakable will. I mean, when you look at it, Arios has scars, Guy doesn't. Our duel raged on as we traded blow after blow, exhausting each other's stamina as the rain continued to fall. Until finally, finally Guy lost his life. I was the one who took his Tonfa from the sea. Is Tonfa the plural of Tonfa? Like, is it not Tonfas? That's it. It's totally possible. I was the one who took his Tonfa from the scene of the crime. I did it to hide the evidence, the scars that my Tachi left on them. So that's what happened. There you have it. The truth of what transpired on that rainy day. He didn't lie. The mafioso wandering off with Guy's badge was an unforeseen twist. But with that, I believe I've answered every question you could have. There should be no more room for doubt. So the actual question is, who shot him? That's the question he can't answer. No. You know as well as I do that my brother died from a bullet to the back. Why leave out the cause of death in your account of that day? I was a member of the police force. It only follows that I can wield a gun. His persistence left me no choice. It was my last resort to settle our fight. Yes, because you would settle the fight by shooting him in the back. Stop lying, Arios. If your lives were on the line, he never would have given you the opportunity to draw a gun. And if he had given you the opportunity to draw a gun, he wouldn't be facing away. Much less shoot him in the back. It's just not possible. He could have gone for a sick ricochet. Ping, ping, ping into the back. About time you fessed up, pal. Indeed. Who really shot Guy? Please tell us. You can frame it however you like, but the fact remains that my actions were what led to Guy's death. And even still, I chose to continue working on the project that had taken my former partner's life. Even now, I'm desecrating the life of an innocent girl to complete that very same project. Every sin I've committed has been for the sake of avenging Saya, as well as securing Shizuku's future. Arios, do you truly believe Shizuku's happy with what you're doing? He deflected it so smoothly, for now, temporarily. I'm perfectly aware that she isn't. But Crossbell's ill-starred fate stole her mother from the world, and the light from my eyes. Has this cutscene been like 20 minutes? So long as this state retains its status of a geostrategic position, it will have no hope of salvation. That is, unless we experience a miracle that transcends the laws of the human world. 3 years ago, Guy lost his life in a mortal combat against me, and yet he didn't even curse my name. And now Kia, holding the power of a Septarian, has healed Shizuku's eyes. I have no intention of undoing what has been done, my self-serving transgressions included. If you cannot accept that, then you're welcome to convince me with force. Take up the tonfa your brother left you. No, it doesn't have evasion. Why would I use them? And show me that you're willing to avenge him, open the path before you, and take back what you cherish most. Fine. But let's get one thing straight. This isn't about revenge for my brother. Suddenly, he has blue aura magic. Our division was established for a more modest reason, to honor Guy Bannings and his will. Right now, the Special Support Section is carrying the hopes and wishes of so many people, including Shizuku. So if you plan to stand as a barrier against us, then we're going to surmount it. Take Kia back and solve this case once and for all. You tell him later. Shizuku's waiting for us over at Orcus Tower, and we will not be going back without you in tow. Ha. That's just the way the SSS does things best. Count me in. I'll support you guys with all I've got. Haha, very good. You stand before Arios McLean, master of the second form of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade School. I've made my choice. I shall forego your justice to make my desires a reality. Come, Special Support Section. Ooh, not a great start. Not the worst start, but just not ideal. Because if I went first, then I would have pulled him back slightly quicker. These guys are the same types that I don't think they resist this. I don't need Fortuna yet. Providence is wasteful at this point. If I cared about analyzing, this is where I would probably analyze them. But I don't care about analyzing, so I'm not going to. I think getting some chrono drives going would be good. Okay, so they resisted that a little, but not a ton. So I think it's still fine to use Flare Butterfly for now. Ooh, that's actually good damage. Okay, I'm gonna have to Fortuna already, because he's already had 4 turns because of how quick he casts. I definitely need to buff Lloyd I need to have Noel buff Lloyd, I think, so that he can take less hits. But that's for a moment. That's not quite yet. She's going to... It'd be great if I didn't move her forward to attack, but for now I'm going to get 1 on him. I'll Dark Matter, which will pull them all together, which is useful, because then I can continue to group them up well. For this specific attack, I'll try Death Spiral. Yeah, time is better. If I don't have to move, this would be a good attack. I'm gonna scoot her up a little, which I might regret, but I think it's worth it. It's better. Again, Flare Butterfly. She will Adamantine Guard here for that exact reason, because now I'm dead. And I'm gonna have to retry because it'll be faster to just restart. So I'll be back in just a moment once I've restarted the combat. Combat's back. It started slightly worse because I got AoE'd right away. But one advantage, I can start pulling these guys together much more quickly. But the reason I didn't even try to salvage it is frankly because it would just make the fight take longer. I think I could salvage it. I absolutely believe I could salvage that fight. But I think it would have made the fight take longer than just restarting. So I think restarting is a better choice there, because it saves time, honestly. Like, the fight's gonna take long enough as is. I need to Impassion. Like, and since this fight's gonna take forever anyway, it's just gonna be better to finish the fight quickly. I think I can reasonably make use of Dark Matter. These guys can't be... Ooh, they can be debuffed, sort of, but not in an important way. I think it's probably worth bursting here. Since it's burst, I don't need to use fire for effectiveness, though I need it for AoE. I could get a Dark Matter. Ooh, I don't know how effective Dark Matter is. It's probably more effective than fire, though. Okay, I can't move. He's not gonna do anything for the rest of the game. I'm gonna Flare, but no, Flare Butterfly's bad. Calamity Edge is gonna hit 2 at best. That's not bad. It's probably not worth it, but now I can Death Spiral, because it'll hit all 3. She will need to Fortuna soon. I was going to Impassion here. He will Flare Butterfly. And she will EP charge. And look at this. Everyone gets 600 EP. He shouldn't die because I'm guarding. Well, actually, no. No one should die because I'm guarding. This fight's going to be very fun. I want to pull him into a corner instead of where he is now, but I'll leave that for now. That's arts. I need to be careful of arts. What that also means is... Who... Oh, it's a heal? Kind of annoying. Mute doesn't cancel it, does it? Does mute cancel the art? They resist it anyway, but... I also should be debuffing their ADF. I also wasted that turn. I should have... I should have been keeping... What's it called up? I already forgot what it's called. Whatever. Oh, I didn't expect it to be that close range. I was expecting it to be higher range than that. I'm not doing a good job of keeping the buff up how I should. Yeah, she needs to move back right now. I don't know why I assumed it was gonna have a higher range than it did. So, what I realized, I can Golden Halo. I need to heal him, and I need to guard. Adamantine guard him. EP battery, 8 ATS has a couple turns, that's fine. Now it's Crimson Ray, which is targeted. I need to buff Fortuna. And... do I need more? I don't need more EP. I can't debuff. I'm just gonna use this on her turn. It's in my best interest to do nothing with him, because if he attacks, he gets countered. Which I think is a slight flaw with the game. Impassion. Like the fact that attacking, if you're evasion heavy, it's worse to attack than to just sit there doing nothing. Shouldn't be how it works. I mean, it might be too much if evasion actually benefited you when on counters, but it should probably. You shouldn't be able to counter a counter, but I do think you should be able to avoid a counter using evasion. Anyway, he should be dead now. You know one's gonna die. Might as well just use this, doesn't matter. He dies here. 12k? 16k? A lot of damage. 14k. Well, round it to 15. Yeah, I think if I'd tried to revive people one by one in that first attempt, it would have taken at least another 5 minutes. Because revive one shot, I wouldn't have had a good position. Okay. Sadly, Keeper's definitely not going to be maxed out by the end of the game. Unless I grind, which would be kind of silly. Haha. That's not the length of his sword. His sword was only that long before, and now it's that long. Lloyd, each and every one of you, you've all become so strong. Pant, pant. That's because we always had you to look up to for inspiration, Arios. That's right. Without you waiting at the summit, I don't know if we'd have climbed this far. I feel the same way. You were always barrier. You were always the barrier we were measured against, the standard we strove to meet. Haha. Bear me. I don't deserve that kind of praise, now of all times. Arios. The person who shot my brother that day wasn't you, was it? It was Mr. Grimwood. No freaking way. Okay. It hasn't been confirmed yet. Wait until it's confirmed before saying no freaking way. Like, at least wait 15 seconds. Like, yes, it's an accusation that's wild, but like, wait until it's confirmed. What makes you think that? Now, say it. What makes you think that is basically, is often in stories conceding defeat, that the assumption was correct. That's where they should say no freaking way. At least. A simple process of elimination. Given the murderer's circumstances, the only remaining suspects other than Mr. Grimwood are Dieter and Maribel. But Dieter doesn't know the broader plan, and Maribel doesn't have any prior connection to my brother. Mr. Grimwood, though? He and Guy knew each other very well. You said so yourself. The no music is pretty eerie. Plus, his work often takes him abroad. As with any occupation tied to the law, it's no surprise he knew how to use a handgun for self-defense. What do you have to say? Your reasoning isn't without its flaws. It could be literally anyone else. It could be some random guy we've never met. But I suppose I have to give credit where it's due. Here's where you say no freaking way. Pant, pant, pant. Hey, Arius. Looks to me like the two of us are at our limits. Why don't we call it a tie for now? Don't be ridiculous. Both of us know full well that I can't let you leave. If you plan on attending your wedding next month, you'll have to strike me down for good. Come on, what'd you take me for? If I did that, how would you and Shizuku ever make it to our big day? Don't worry, I haven't told anyone about this project of yours yet. I thought about getting Dudley to lend me a hand, but the guy plays things by the book too much, you know? I haven't even let Sergei in on it. Wild, huh? What? Don't you realize that you're giving me even more reason to kill you? Ah, who are you kidding? You're not enough of a rat for a move like that. I wouldn't have come here on my own if I thought you were. Come on, man. Why don't we call this whole thing off and go grab us some drinks? We haven't had a good conversation in, what, 2 years now? You can listen to me brag all about Lloyd, my beautiful bride-to-be. You never change, do you? Your brother. He's already 15, isn't he? Yep. Kid's real bright. Nothing at all like me. I'm thinking of sending him to some fancy-schmancy school somewhere. Anyway, where to? It's raining, and Garante's is probably the closest. Or Garant's probably the closest. Eh? Mr. Grimwood? Haha. So, you were the puppet master all along. Forgive me, Guy. I thought about inviting you, too, considering what happened to your parents. But, in the end, I knew that you would never have approved. Mr. Grimwood. Haha, you got me there. With you at the helm, maybe that project will work out after all. But eventually, Someone's bound to take my place. Yes, I imagine so. Guy, stay with me. Gah, cough, cough. Ah, damn it all. Lloyd, Cecile, if only I'd seen this coming. Guy, how horrible. I mean, realistically, it was just, oh, he got shot in the back. We already knew he got shot in the back. I mean, the fact that it's Grimwood is more impactful, but like, damn, that's cold. Thank you for recounting my brother's final moments. I don't deserve your thanks. Mr. Grimwood isn't going to be easy for you to get through, though. Get through to. To say nothing of Kia. Her determination is firm. It's going to take everything you have to change their minds. I hate this song. Play a new song, please. This is a song from Zero. You don't need to repeat it still now. Lloyd. Haha. Finally, I can stand as tall as my brother once did, except you're definitely shorter than him. Thank you, everyone. I never would have been able to get this far without you. Haha, what the hell are you talking about? It was because of you that we were finally able to overcome the barrier that Arios presented us. Furthermore, doing so dispelled the mystery surrounding Guy's death. Exactly. We simply wanted to support you, just as we always have. Though, unfortunately, I think our greatest trial is still ahead of us. You're right about that. Maribel, Mr. Grimwood, and Kia are all waiting for us. Yeah. The final seal should have been released. Let's head on back to the Holy Precinct and check it out. Talk to his corpse. He's safe. One hell of a fight. He certainly lives up to his title. He was actually only barely outnumbered. Like, it was only a 4v3. Like, he was outnumbered, but not by that much. Lives up to his title. I'd like to bring him back, but Maribel and Grimwood are waiting for us. I feel bad, but there will be time to come back once everything's over. Right, let's be off. Please, no cutscene. Cutscene. The seal blocking the elevator has been lifted. Then taking it up should lead us straight to Kia. Yep, no doubt about it. We managed to beat Arios. We still have Maribel to contend with. There's no telling what she's capable of. Let's return to the Merkaba and make our final preparations. We can't afford to fail. We're taking Kia back, no matter the cost. Right. There's still time to go take care of unfinished business. Don't go up there with any regrets. Oh, I'm gonna do the lamest thing possible, and that's go back all the way to Crossbell to trade money for casino tokens, to trade casino tokens for U material, to trade U material for divine cloth, to trade divine cloth for armor. It's the lamest thing imaginable that you can leave at this stage of the game just for like, oh yeah, there's equipment I can get. It's like, come on. Okay, how much U material do I have on me? 53. So I can get one more set of armor right away. I might get 2 more. I can't remember. His is not better. It doesn't have evasion, so it's not going to be made. This is the special one. Tio has a special one. She might see use. He won't. She might. So I need 2 more sets. So I'll basically just be trading for Noelle's. I'm doing this now because I'm going to do it, and then next time. Moments ago you were fighting, a radar detected another flying object entering the Holy Precincts. It appeared to be the Beowulf. They didn't attack, did they? Landed at a different point of the Azure tree and took off. They arrived to collect Ogre and Shirley. Damn it. If we weren't pressed for time, we could have arrested them and brought them in for questioning. Sadly, standby team was in no position to stop them either. They're good at fighting. And they're good at making choices. Anyway, I'm going to do this briefly because it's funny. Go here. I have the U material to trade for Divine Cloth. I need to go to the downtown district. Go here. Go here. Trade for Divine Cloth. Then go back to the Central Square? No. Entertainment. Then go here. Trade here for... How much do I have? I have 0? Good. I need 50. That's not right. I must need 500. What do I need? I need... So it's 200 each. I need 50 of them. 5 times 200. 1,000. Is it 50,000? Tokens? No, it's 5,000 tokens. I think. I'm not doing math. I'm bad at math. I'm not bad at math. I just don't want to do math. It might be 1,000 tokens even. Okay, so I could have done this. 10,000 tokens. Okay. Pretty easy. Now I have 50 more U material that I can trade again in the downtown. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff that I missed in this game, in this playthrough. I'm not, at this point I could buy some of them, but I'm not going to bother. But there are the decorations to get more bonds with characters that I just didn't care enough about. Oh, I need U material and Divine Cloth. Whoops. So I need 20 total, which means I need 17 more. Which I'm not even going to try doing the math. I could do the math, but I don't want to. I need 17. 3,400. Okay, they can't just default to... They can't just default to, hey, this is the most you can buy. Anyway, there's plenty of stuff I missed. Bond stuff I missed. Quests that I missed. No, I'm distracted. But yeah, there's definitely a ton I missed in this playthrough. So I want Noelle's armor and Ellie's armor. Those are the only two characters that I'm going to use that don't have their, like, equivalent. God, it loses defense, but it's way more ADF. Or it is a sizable amount more ADF. Losing agility for a reasonable amount of defense? Sure, it's probably not. No, this is the one I wanted equipped. Anyway, that is that. There might be other stuff I can do right now. There might be people I could talk to that would have different conversations. But to check that, I'd either have to look at a guide thoroughly and not just skim through it. Or I would have to talk to literally every character in the state again, and that would be a waste of time. So, I'm going to say right here, next time will be the time to head up to whatever chain of events will lead to the final boss. It's possible that it will basically be walk through there, cutscene, final boss. It could be that there will be another, like, mini dungeon segment that I'll have to go to. I don't know for sure. But that will be next time, which will be next time will be the end of Trails to Azure. So, have a great day. Bye-bye.